Hi, it's Neil here from Total Wellness Club, where we help solve the problem of preventable ill health by helping wellness providers like you drive up your impact. And we do this by helping you build proof that what you do works through reviews and awards. And we also bring you marketing tips and insider secrets. Today, sorry it's taken us a few minutes to get this up and running. We're looking at selling without offering discounts and incentives today. If you're joining me live or watching the replay, please say hi and tell us what's happening in your business right now and what you're excited about. News from Total Wellness Club this week is that we are about to launch a series on Facebook for wellness seekers. We have around 3,200 followers, and we'll be kicking off a mini-series where we're looking at preventing ill health. The way that I look at this is that we're not the experts, so we want to invite you to join us in the live conversation next week and share your knowledge and your wisdom. And that way, we're not limiting the public to one idea or one voice, but we're actually sharing and growing as a whole community, which is one of the parts of our ethos here at Total Wellness Club. So the mini-series will start on Monday. It will kick off at 7 o'clock, and it will run very much like our Facebook Lives do here. It'll run for about 20 minutes. So that's what's happening in our business right now, what's happening in your business, what's the buzz for you. Please do use the feed to tell us what you're doing so that we can celebrate that with you. I spotted Hilda's success last week. She posted into our Business Growth Hub that she'd had a lot of interest in her first practitioner course to do with Rahani Celestial Healing. I've noticed that Hilda is someone who's always expanding her knowledge, and that's knowledge that she can, of course, share with her clients to deepen their treatments with her. So congratulations to you, Hilda, on putting together that first training. Something I would say as well, if you're like Hilda and you run workshops, a really good idea is not just have one profile with us. If you've got the professional level, which Hilda has, you can upgrade and you can use two different accounts, two different profiles for different things. So Hilda could use one for her massage work, but she could equally use one for the Rahani healing practitioner courses, so that people can see if they come on that course what they're going to get from coming along to that. So that's what I wanted to say. I've noticed Hilda doing some great stuff and just wanted to do a quick little shout out for her on that. So today we're talking about selling without offering discounts and incentives. I know a lot of wellness professionals offer discounts and incentives in the hope of getting you clients. And I often get asked as a business coach or mentor about how to get new clients without discounting the price. As I see it, discounts are problematic for you and the market. Let's just take the word discount and just look at that. It breaks down into two words. It breaks down into dis and it breaks down into count. So the dis comes from Latin, which is a negative or reversing force. So dis can literally mean not, if you like. So if you take, say, disarm or dislike or discount, it's the same as saying not armed or not liked or not counted. So by offering a discount, what we're really saying is I'm reducing the price of my service, because as it stands, it doesn't really count. So if everyone in the market offers discounts, it suggests that the market in general doesn't really carry any real value. And we know that that simply can't be true, especially when it comes to health and wellness, because health is so incredibly valuable to us all. Without it, well, what do we have left, really? So if you typically discount your prices to get new customers, you are also training your customers to discount what you offer. And if they know that you typically offer discounts, they'll wait for you to make an offer before they come and buy from you. So what this creates is a downward spiral in pricing, both for you and for the market. So if you're discounting your products and services, there's likely some reasons for this, because you're saying, as it is, I don't believe what I'm offering is valuable enough, but it is at this much lower cost. So we have spoken previously in one of our Facebook Lives about finding your target market. When we spoke about this, we were talking about avatars. So a market typically has about 5 or 6 avatar pools, and you'll likely find that some of the avatar pools have less sensitivity to price and some are more profitable than others. So if you want to make a lot of money, obviously you're going to pick an avatar pool with the most profit in it. But then if you're someone who's maybe driven by making a difference over making money, you might want to work with an avatar pool that can pay you really well, but you can then give a certain number of sessions to the market who can't afford you. But then you're giving them something, but without discounting your price. You're able to come at this from a place of generosity, and you can come at this with a completely different approach. So looking at avatars forces you to choose who your client is. A lot of wellness professionals, they kind of disable themselves in a way because they don't target their market clearly enough. And maybe that's because of a fear of maybe people think that they might be missing people who might want their service. But you enable yourself when you really know who your market is. So when you know who your market is, you begin to differentiate yourself from everybody else. And then the service that you're offering is really no longer about price. So actually at that point, you don't then need to give a discount. So let's say you're a nutritional therapist and you say that your market is anyone who wants better nutrition. So that presents a problem because it's too general. And when it's for anyone, it's actually for no one at all. So it's like if I was walking down a street, if you shout, "Hey, anyone listening?" Most people won't even turn around. And those people that do will hardly take any notice. They might kind of have a quick look at you and then they'll just go back to whatever it was that they were doing because the call out to them wasn't specific enough. But if you call out to someone by name, they know that you're likely calling out to them. So they'll look around and they'll acknowledge you. So this is how defining your avatar works. If you say, people who've got asthma or people who've got IBS or people who've got weight issues, people start to acknowledge you and say, yes, that's me. So what if you became a nutritionist or personal trainer or a coach for a niche group? Let's say professional men and women. A lot of people go for that kind of niche, and I'll show you how we can break that down. So what if we say professional men and women and then take it a step further? We say professional men and women offering something like maybe DNA testing with DNA Fit or allergy testing with Cambridge Nutritional Sciences. Those are 2 of the sponsors for our current search for the UK's leading nutritionists, by the way. So now what you could do is you could be offering nutritional DNA testing in sport or allergy testing for professional people. So what I've just done here is call out to a group of people and then talk about something that I bet that they're really curious about. People want to know about their DNA. They also want to check for allergies and intolerances, especially if they know that there is some kind of problem. And you could go even further and you could say DNA testing for cyclists in the UK or financial professionals in London. Or you could go even further than that. You could say, what about cyclists who want a diet that gets more fuel and faster miles? Or you could say a finance professional who suffers with itchy skin. So now I'm calling out to a group of people. I'm saying UK cyclists or financial professionals in London. So now you've got a group of people who say, oh, I'm a financial professional, or I'm a cyclist. Or people in London say, oh, that's me. Or people with itchy skin say, that's me. And then they hear these things and they say, okay, that's really interesting. What's all this about? So you might be thinking that you're breaking this down into a really small group of people that maybe there's not a lot of people left to work with. But there are actually 300,000 finance professionals in the city. And 3% of the population suffers from something like dermatitis, which means that there are roughly 9,000 people in the city of London working within the financial district that actually have a skin condition that with some allergy testing you can probably get to the bottom of and be able to help them through their diet and nutrition. So do you think that out of those 9,000 people you could possibly find 100 people who might work with you? And likewise, if you take the British Cycling Clubs, there's 125,000 members, I believe. So do you think from those 125,000 members, you could maybe find a few people who want to lose a bit of weight? I live out in the countryside down in Somerset. And during the summer, the cyclists, you know, if I go out for a walk, will be bombing by me nearly all day long. And I've seen a lot of cyclists who definitely could do with losing a little bit of weight. So it might be that there might be some people there who want to lose weight, but equally there might be some people who are really competitive and who want to win more. So now we're not talking about discounts anymore, because we don't need to. You know, we can talk in a different way from all of the other nutritionists out there who have only thought about maybe weight loss, which is a very big, very noisy market anyway, with very little differentiation in it, where people run special offers and discounts to try and entice people in. And here's the thing, if that's the only thing that differentiates you, as in price, from your competition, then price is really the only thing that you can adjust in order to get more clients. And it doesn't mean that you have to stop there, of course, because you could take what you do in one niche group and you could move that across into another niche group once you've established yourself in one market. So you become really well known in one area and then open up another area and get really well known in that as well. So one thing is who you market to. The other thing is really about how you market to them. So you probably heard people say, build a following and put offers out on Facebook and make sales. And as I see it, people do this. They'll say, I'm launching my new product or service, buy my stuff, here's 25% discount, please tell all your friends as well. And if you're honest with yourself, if you've seen that kind of marketing, how do you really feel when you see it positioned like this? You don't really probably want to share it or click on it. Better marketing is a bit more subtle, so it can really sort of go unnoticed sometimes. So something that we're doing straight after this Facebook Live for all of our members is an advanced training where we're simply showing them how they can market themselves using stories. So I'm going to take them through a four-point process on how to write stories that do the selling for you, which is perfect for social media, where it's really all about being social. It's not about pushing a product or a service on anybody. So we like to keep these Facebook Lives to about 20 minutes. And I know that I'm really well into that already. So I don't want to, I don't really have the time to go into the 4 points that I'm going to go through later on, because it's just going to, the Facebook Live will just go on too long. But I'd like to get you started. So if you haven't already registered with us, go to business.totalwellness.club and you'll see that we help wellness professionals, people like you, collect reviews. And what I'll be doing is taking our members through a training that shows them how to create stories from reviews. So reviews that tell the stories and create influence so that more people come and work with you. We're doing that in a way which isn't pushing a service or a product on anyone and without the need to discount yourself or your work. So a review works in very much the same way as word of mouth recommendation. Your clients are simply telling others about how you've worked with them. The difference is that the word of mouth recommendation you have with your clients, when that happens, you have to wait almost for like divine providence to move in your favor. There's got to be an opportunity for them to talk about you. Whereas with reviews, they're available all the time. They're available from our website, and if you take the professional version of our membership, we can live stream them direct into your website as well. So what we're doing is we're in this training later today is we're going to look at taking those reviews and actively using them in your marketing to attract new clients. So we're going to show you how you can tell stories and make your marketing really informal and informational and really friendly, which is much, much more powerful than making a post that says, here's what I do, book a session with me, and here's a discount. So we're going to be taking our members through that later on. If you got good at just the two things that I've talked about today, finding a niche group, then standing out by differentiating yourself, then marketing to a group of people through inspiring stories, you're going to notice that people will start seeking you out. They'll actually start hunting you down. You won't need to push. You won't need to do that, because people will know who you are, because your clients will create the reputation for you and begin to spread that reputation across a niched community. So this really is an absolute game changer for you if you've been offering discounts, incentives to try to cajole people into working with you. So if you haven't got started with us already, go to business.totalwellness.club and complete your profile. And what we'll do then, next time we run an advanced training on creating stories from reviews, we'll invite you to come and join us, and you can get the exact process that I'm going to take our members through later today, including all of the examples. And if you join us live, we may well even use one of your reviews as an example, so that you've got a story that you can take away with you there and then. So sorry we got on a bit late today with our Facebook Live, but we will be back with you next week, where the topic will be webinars. So we'll be taking a look at webinars and what you need to do them and why you do them and how to put them together and that kind of thing. So we will see you next week, and take care for now. Cheers then, bye.